I think that is as close to exactly on time as I've ever been. Like it was down to like the second almost. So we shall see. Hello, everybody. Welcome to a Friday Night Live. It's been a little while, and we'll see how this goes. I did a test stream early, then I did a members pre-stream for 30 minutes, and in that amount of time, things had been fairly stable. Not me, but like the internet. I am as unstable as I've ever been, but I should probably get back out with. I'm going to show you guys this now. We had it out during the member stream, but this is the new tractor. Now, it's very inconvenient to have on the desk for a live stream because it's much, much too large. And that's an issue. So anyway, this is a subject of a couple of some future video stuff, right? I started working on it last night. I'm just trying to see if I could at least clear some space on the desk to be able to have it nearby, even if I can't have it just right up in my business. Ridiculous. But this is the Cross RC Iron Bull, and it's amazing. I've been driving it a little bit. I've been having some good fun with it, and overall, I'm quite happy that it now takes up space in my house. Hey, that's not too bad. Wow, a little bit of space on this huge desk, and it's let's see what it does. It just kind of does. It doesn't really do anything. It doesn't have a PTO. It doesn't have a 3-point. It doesn't come with a plow or anything like that. So to make it do anything, I'm gonna have to make the things, which I'm fine with, and I'm looking forward to it. Are those tires solid or with inserts? They are not solid. They have clear, and I can't tell if there's an insert in there or not. It is a very thick tire. Like, I mean, it takes a good grip to squeeze it. But yeah. Is that the same one that Tom Lee did a video on? Yes, same one. It's Cross RC Iron Bull. About right around $1,000. Will it plow? Yes, it will. That is not my first intention. I have a project that I ordered a number of things for already. They're here already even, so I can get to fabricating on that for the video and have a tractor that is actually functional around my property by the end of it. How heavy is it? I don't know. It's heavy as shit. It was 42 pounds shipping weight, and I don't know what that equated to by the time you got rid of the box and all that kind of stuff. It's heavy. I'm guessing in the high 20s or low 30s, something like that. So a front loader, nope. That would also be a lot. I'm gonna be able to knock out this project in a day or so. That's what I'm saying. Are you gonna 3D print a farmer driver for it? No dolls for me. Thank you. Pistol grip or twin stick? It is a pistol grip. It is this standard FlySky 6-channel. You can see size-wise, it is about the size of the radio is about like the front tires, smaller than the rear tires. Will it tow a Corvette? don't have my toe points installed on it, but I feel like it could make it. I feel like it could make it move. Like a fertilizer spreader for it. I would say it's more like the opposite of that is what my plan is. So that is my plan. Thank you, Aardvark Spleen, as well. You're going to try to push me around the grass patch. I don't have a grass patch. I don't have a mower because I don't have any grass. Because Corvette. Or because California. Team orange, red, or green. Now, this is red. In the video, it looks a little orangish, but it is red. So, who is red? Case? Case is red, right? Tow away your poor financial decisions. It will make me forget about my poor financial fertilizer collector. I mean, a fertilizer spreader is made to help things grow. I'm going to try and do the opposite. I'm colorblind, so that's green to me. Massey Ferguson, also red. I agree. Yep. Blue New Holland. Ford was also blue growing up for me. I don't know if they're still what they do for tractors, but I know our big blue tractor growing up was a Ford. I've been seeing a lot of lawnmower. Yeah, I have too. Like the Traxxas 6x6 guy doing lawnmower, pulling around a lawnmower with it. Yeah. Josh is a Farmall. Yeah. New Holland and Ford same. Oh, are they this? Wait, are they the same people or are they? Blue Fords rule long gone. Oh, I didn't know that. I mean, I kind of guessed. But. I'd like to see you come up with a more Americanized body for it. Yeah, I know what you mean. This rear body section is wildly thick, very rigid. The front is a Lexan type right here because that you kind of have to squeeze to get the battery out, which works pretty well. But yeah, I mean, as far as like redoing the body, is it? I'll tell you what. If I did a video with it and it amazingly did, way better than I would have expected, then I'll consider it. Until then, absolutely not. It's just a dumb, fun distraction. So, okay, like Ford and Mazda are the same. Ford, okay, that makes sense. But yes, I like it. Once I took the wheel covers off that it came with factory, it immediately looked much, much better. So I'm good with that. It is absolutely a silly decision. Damn, I want one too bad. I bought a 99 Suburban. Cost about the same, probably. No. Oh God, was just in Missouri for a week. Lots of tractor stuff. Fun. I mean, you have to love tractors. We never grow out of loving tractors. 3D printed hay baler. Man, there's a lot. I don't really ever know how hay balers worked. There was just a lot of stuff going on in there, and then it just came out. I'm like, wow. Always impressive. I was never around them when I was old enough to, feel like truly get in and see how it worked. Not the Suburban for $700. Yeah. There you go. Slightly cheaper than what this cost. I love tractors. That's why I clicked on your thumb to see. Yeah, there's just something about it. It just makes you smile. I don't know how they do what they do. I just threw the bales. Oh God, that was the worst. especially being a kid, having to throw hay bales, and like if you're just picking them up on a truck and the tailgate was like you're like having to lift them like up over your head to get them onto the truck. Oh, itchy. Just jump in the horse tank to wash off. If you grew up on a farm, you've swam in a horse tank. I thought a hay baler was a guy with a pitchfork. That was my high school mascot. my high school mascot was he had a musket. I'm not sure. I wonder if he still has a musket, or if they updated the mascot. Is the RC lawnmower still a thing? Yes. So I've started working on that again a little bit more, because my plan is to take and convert the sprint car to the lawnmower, because I'm just like, I'll just use that platform as it is. I'll leave the wheels and tires that are on there even, and we'll just new body on top of the 22S sprint car. Done. Prison guard was your mascot. Not that far off. Not that far off. He was a pioneer, actually. Thank you very much. This tractor doesn't help with my side gesture. Luckily, I know you're a couple inches taller than I am. Yeah, this makes me look like, if you can't tell how big this is, it sure does. It makes me look quite a bit smaller. I know when I saw Joseph at Beat Creek, he's like, "Oh, you're taller than I thought you were." Tyler. So you're saying I need to buy 2 sprint cars? I mean, if you want to keep one a sprint car, then yeah. But I've been kind of plugging away with that a little bit, because I do really want to do that. And I'm like, this looks like too much fun. Why not? Let's do it. Holy cow, the thing's way large. Yeah, that's the, oops, wow, it doesn't take much to turn that on. Barely touched it. Let's see, what cars do it? Oh, here. Here is my 24 scale. Now, this is a long wheelbase for a 24 scale. There you go. It almost, it's very, very fun. Let's see. You can find one of those spinning push blade flowers. Dang it, I said, I don't have anywhere to do that. Like, I could do it in the front yard, but for one, I never drive RC cars like in the front of my house or anything like that, because like I don't want to talk to a neighbor about it. Like, that's just the last. I don't want a conversation. I don't want to be like, so if it's like a regular time of day or anything like that, you will not find me driving an RC out in front of my house. Are you going to get a driver for it? Absolutely not. Tractor versus SCX6. About the same cost. This would be a little bit heavier. I wonder how, like straight tug of war, I wonder how it would go. I feel like this may do better. Both have 2 speeds. Dated a girl, Aardvark explained, thank you. Dated a girl in high school who loved hay season. Just drove the truck with the AC on and watched us nearly die. They get all the easy jobs. RC antisocial. Yeah, I just like, not so much that, like, I'll go RC where there are RC people. I'm good with that. I just don't want to talk about RC with other people who don't, like, I don't want to explain that we have expensive RCs that like they're yes, they're a toy, but like they're not like the toy that you're imagining. And that yeah, like this is what I do for work. And I don't want to have that conversation. And then them walk away, go, that guy was weird. I would rather just be weird, the weird guy that you don't talk to very much. You guys gotta talk to the neighbors. Yeah. I'll wave. Finger up as you drive by. Keep going. Guy across the street, garage door up often, watches TV in his garage. That's a very California thing. California people use their garage like living spaces often. So I'll be in my garage door up, he'll be in his. Wave. Back to work. I'll talk to people at events about RCs all day. It's Friday. I love to talk about RCs with RC people. One of my favorite things in the world. I'll talk to you guys all day. All day. Normal people. What in the nerd is going in here? Over laughing so hard while nursing a shoulder surgery. Ooh, best of luck on that recovery. Oh man, sorry, I was not scrolling for a while. Talking to random people. You know what? I don't even mind talking to random people about whatever just is happening around us. I just don't want to talk about this stuff with just random people. I don't want to do it. Please FPV that thing. That was an actual thought because I've got the FPV system in my optic with the goggles. I can look around and I was like, oh, that would be, so that is a thought. I feel like I need to take the glass out if I do that. Because I think that would distort it just enough where it would be more uncomfortable. Where if I take that out, it'll be much better. Talking there. Look outside the tractor. Will it walk a small dog? It'll drag a small dog. It's fast. Have to ask me if I can fix them. Yeah, like exactly. I don't want to. No. That way you can cut the grass and people can't see you. The HOA cuts my grass. They never have to see me do it. Yes, FPV farm sim, please. The newer neighbor is outside with goggles on driving a toy tractor. I created a separate IG page for the RCC because I want my friends and family now. I still play with toys. Hashtag Twacto. Oh God. Yeah. You know, so that's the other thing. Like I've been places doing RC or whatever, and random people will walk up and like we've been out filming. I think when we were out filming the Origin, and we were out there doing whatever, and some people, the place we were filming, there's a trailhead that walks right along it. So people were coming by, and I was out wandering, whatever, while Matt was filming with Jim and Brandon and the other guy. And they were just like, oh, those RCs. I was like, yeah. They're like, oh, that's kind of cool. What's something like, what do those cost? And like, I'll be the one to just say like, you know, they're like, depends what you buy, anywhere from like $100 to $500. Like, oh, that's kind of cool. I was like, I'm not trying to have more conversation about, well, this is a really special one. And that one is like, nope. You're now one step away from a toy train. This is the other way. This is big. Toy trains. Yeah. Yeah. I'm just saying. That happens every time we take them out to the BMX and the kids stand and watch the parents have then they go silent. Yeah, it's like I'll just lie just to tell them what they want to hear. And the conversation never goes any further because even that, they're just like, oh, yeah, it's kind of, and then they walk away. I'm like, perfect. Thank you. That's all I wanted. Does it have a hit and miss motor? God.
You know how I was feeling wobbly kind of today?
Yeah.
I think I have a tidier shoes on all day.
Oh my God. Oh my God. P.S. I think you were right in the video there.
I have clothes on.
Oh, yeah. Nicole spotted. What did Nicole say when you brought that home? She wasn't. So it didn't come in the house right away. It stayed in the garage, which now I also, when this arrived, it came in a very large box. And I had to, I was like, ooh, I drove the Corvette and I was like, that's not going to fit. So I unboxed it totally. And then I just got just this. And I put it in the front seat so that I could kind of hold it. Get that girl Ching ever join us again. We were down having dinner before this, and she was like, she's like, man, she's like, I just feel like unstable. Okay, walking, whatever. Huh. And she just came in, she goes, oh, I think I figured it out. I think I had your shoes on all day. It's like, wow. We do have shoes that look the same, is why. Yeah. Is Venture Products hiring any online jobs? My job isn't. I want to get a job in the hobby that makes. No online. We're always looking for people, but I am a strong proponent of in the office only. Having remote work, I feel like only creates more work for some of the people in the office. And like, that's what I'm trying to alleviate. Like I'm out of time during the day. I have no more time. So I need more people. I need somebody that can help me as well. But a remote option does not do that. It only creates more for me at the same time. So I am very much a proponent of in-office work only. Surprised you're in office. You're never in office. I am always in office. Does it have 3-point linkage on the back? So it does not. It has a clear area. So it's got these little slots back here that are clearly for a 3-point. Jesus. But they're not there. In some of the CAD images, like in the manual, you can see the 3 points coming out. So like it's definitely an option, or it's coming or something like that. But right now it's not. However, if they designed it for it, that means that there's going to be there's room inside. And if I have to, I'll make my own, like whatever. I don't care as far as that goes. But yeah, no PTO, no 3-point. So I do expect that stuff has to come though, right? So that's got to come. So the right now I'll be using it for the implement that I have planned, that all of my Amazon purchases arrived for today already. I'm going to start fabricating tomorrow. All right, Dr. Blaine, thank you. Question for the chat and Josh. I'm going to Vegas next week. Do you guys have any recommendations on things to do? Oh, so many. For one, Fremont Street in general is my favorite place to people watch. I love Fremont Street. That whole area down there, there's a lot of like good, good restaurants that are not like the big crazy ones. I like what is it called? It's not Rosa Blanco. It's like, damn it. There's a Mexican restaurant right down there off Fremont. It's called Rosa something, or it's like the Pink Donkey, or I can't remember now. Damn it. I also love the dream racing at the Vegas Speedway. That's a lot of fun. Let's see. Blue Diamond Steakhouse at the Cosmo is one of my favorites. Pink Donkey Show. So many. I have so many Vegas things that I could shoot me a message. I'd be happy to give you some of the rest. I would stay so far away from the bunny. There's this petting zoo called the telling you. I really like Circa down on Fremont Street. That's probably my favorite one. I don't like the Strip is fun. We jumped off the Sphere? Jumped off the Stratosphere last year or the year before. I don't think I ever showed you guys that video, did I? I wonder, do I have that in here? It was on a jump drive that I had in here forever. Get it? A jump drive? Let's see. Don't see it. I'll have to look around more. But if I can find it, I'll have to put it in like an end of a future video or something. But yeah, jumping off the Stratosphere was a lot of fun if you're into that type of thing. It's ha ha ha. He jumped off the Stratosphere at night. We jumped off the Stratosphere at night. At night is when I did it as well. So much fun. Absolutely so much fun. I like the adrenaline stuff anyway, but doing that one was worth it for sure. So that was, God, I don't remember. That was February last year, I think. So I enjoyed it. Vegas is fun once a year, max 3 to 4 days. It's about my limit in Vegas. Anyway, all right. I'm taking a gigantic tractor down. It's just so in the way. Bungee jumping, I take it. So no, it's the what do they call it? It's got like the great big arrestor drum up there, and you're on a cable and you jump off, and then the cable, like as you jump, it starts to catch you, and then so you're falling, and then it slows you down until like right before you land, you're almost at a stop, and then you just kind of pink. So is it repellent? Repelling, isn't that more like the other way? I thought there was a different name for it. SCX10 Pro for $220. Yikes. that is, is Horizon running like a Labor Day sale? I would be surprised if the SCX Pro stays around. That car has not sold very well. Let's see, are they Memorial Day sale? Save $250 on things. Oh, an A. Well, if it's on A main, yeah, it's at. Oh my god, yeah, it's on Horizon. A main's doing it because Horizon's doing it. $250 off, making it $219. That car's going away. That car ain't gonna make it. Which it just like it was okay. I just didn't. It wasn't that great. It wasn't good enough. I don't feel. And the price $469 for a straight axle truck. It just didn't stack up to what you could buy. Like the transmission just wasn't quite good enough. It just fell short in too many spots. And that, like I said, it just didn't sell because of it. The price is what killed it. I mean, the price is absolutely not good. $469 for it. A VRD Carbon's $429 with portals and carbon fiber rails and a much lighter weight transmission, with overall better design. Like, just like, oof. The SCX Pro axles were problematic. I know the customer service side of things for that was not good. So, yeah, it just didn't have it. They have anything else that's on wild sale right now? Let's see. $270 off the 1/7 scale Big Rock 6S. Oh, what's this one? UTB. Damn, UTB is almost half price. The UTB 18. $130 off for it's $149. Those are not bad. Firma 2800 kV 2-in-1 $69. Those are only $99 retail. Oh, that's not a 110 scale, is it? No, it is not 110 scale. 30 amp. Wait, is that 2800 kV? What is this one? Yeah, UTB 18 size. Okay, that makes more sense. I was like, that is the old version of the UTB 18. Oh, you're right, isn't it? It's the it's the green and the orange one, not the new one with the. But the new one, isn't the new one only 4-wheel steer? I feel like that's the price tag the UTB should have been. I know what you mean. Like 149. It's so confusing because when you call the UTB 18 a 1/18th scale, you feel like it should be 1/18th prices. And that's where, like, if you can like, yeah, that's what 1/18th scale cars cost. You can get a brushless 1/18th scale for, $189. What was it? That new FMS, which $189, brushless, hard body thing. But it's a 1/18th scale that's actually about a 1/18th scale. This thing is a 1/12th scale. It's just like, it's very odd. But yes, the pricing with like the name, I think, is honestly something that lets it down because of that. Is the VRD Arbin completely optioned out? Could you upgrade it anymore? I mean, yeah, you still could. It doesn't have aluminum axle housings. It doesn't have aluminum knuckles. It has like the heavy metal alloy knuckle covers rather than like the heavier brass options that exist. You can also do drive shafts. Drive shafts are the other one. So there is still more to do. The UTB 18 4-wheel steer is like $300. Yeah, it's just too much, isn't it? It's too much. Yeah. And I think the Killing the Axial Fest event, Horizon is going to take a hit with that brand. I know what you mean in some, like, will it affect some people? Yes. Like some people's perception of the brand, yes. But in like the big picture, like the people that go to those events are less than 1% of the market, but they are like the most active percentage. They're online, they're discussed, like that type of thing. So will it have more than a 1% effect? Maybe, and also those events generally don't make a profit. So yeah. Subby kit, aluminum third members, those, yep, other options as well. Good options. That's speaking of the VRD carbon, as far as optioned out. So, do you think that Axial is better off now with Horizon or before they were bought out? Well, they're probably better off now, because if they weren't bought, they wouldn't exist. Like, Axial wasn't just like tootling along and then someone gave them an attractive offer to be bought out. Axial was owned by a company that was going bankrupt and doesn't exist anymore. And Horizon bought the wreckage, which included Axial. So it was either that or nothing, or it went to some other investment group, probably, and more likely an overseas company type thing. So yeah, like Axial was owned by Hobbyco, which that was the first buyout, because before that they were owned separately. They were actually owned by Axial was owned majority by the factory that owns Associated. So in a roundabout way, it's the people that own the factory that own Associated. We're the people who owned Axial, Team Durango, and Arma as far as majority goes. And then that factory was doing so bad financially that it went under. And it was previously called Kingstar. And when Kingstar went under, or when they were in that process, they sold off those brands, Team Durango, Arma, and Axial, and Hobbyco bought them. Great Plains, Hobbyco. So, and when that factory went all the way up, they then stood back up, no longer as Kingstar, but instead called Thunder Tiger Solutions, and that is who owns Team Associated, and who owns, which is also Element. So, anyway, a little bit of that fun backstory. So, it's a weird web of how all of that stuff exists and how that happens. And Horizon is, I believe that Horizon is owned majority by an investment group, and I can't remember what the name of it is. The previous president, who I'm told was a pretty awesome dude. I think his name was Joe Ambrose, I believe. He was the previous president, and I think that he was well liked, and I think that a lot of people liked how he ran things a lot. Unfortunately, he passed away in maybe, like, if I was guessing, like 2017 or 2018. And his son now has the involvement instead. But I believe his son works for that investment group as well. So, when you're owned by a group of investors, you make different types of decisions, but probably better financial ones. In all honesty, you put just a bunch of hobby people to run a business, maybe stuff doesn't always work out so good. I follow that like people tell me their family history. I got the I got lost in the first three. Yeah. And we see the shit show that is so yeah. I mean, it's there's so much of that stuff that goes on and is all it's also just a weird it's a weird world as far as this hobby industry goes. Like people who want to work in the hobby industry, like there's if you want to work in the hobby industry, there's lots of opportunities to do so. It really is. It's not what I would call a hard industry to get into, but it is a hard industry to make, call it good money in. There's less opportunities for positions that are going to pay you, uh, you know, a a great wage, good, okay, things like that. Maybe those are more available. Bad are certainly available. I've seen a lot of those. But it's you know, now I'm not saying that they're not easy if you want to live in the same place you already live or things like that. Like, yeah, you probably have to relocate because the jobs are available, but they're in a few number of places. Um, I had wanted for years to build one of the newer RC10B four-wheel drive options. Afraid to buy into the mess these days if I want part support. I That's actually a good question. I have no idea how the parts support is for some of that stuff, like with them on their older stuff. Um I don't really like. I don't know how that stuff is doing. In 20 years, what will be VP's RC10 Repop edition in 20 years from now? I mean, I guess the logical answer would be the original Origin, VS410 Origin, right? Um, the aluminum bumpers, a 3-gear transmission, aluminum sliders, VS410 chassis, D44 axles. Uh, yeah, it's like, yeah. So, um, Josh, I think if you're getting a job doing something with the RC hobby, it's probably because you love it, not for the money. Sometimes, yes. Oftentimes, yes. It's probably the generally why it becomes a more of an option or a focus for people is because yes, they love it more. But um, once you become a skilled person in whatever field you're in, you begin to know your worth, or you should know your worth. Everybody should know their worth. Um, and you should strive to find a place that will respect that and, compensate you properly for that. And that's what can be hard because those positions, depending on what they are, oftentimes there's some companies I've seen where people just in the RC industry have it's a weird one. I think getting into some of it might be too much, but yes, it is fun to look at. You want to watch. You keep friends in areas. I've seen people that came in and burned bridges, and then went to a new place and burned a bridge, and like it's such a small industry that you can't you can't keep looping around. You can only do so much before you're just like, well, I've run out of places to go. Um, For some strange reason, I want an Element U-Tron, definitely not for the looks. Well, if not for the looks, I don't know why in general, because there's just better platform options these days. You know, even if like taking a bias out and say take a VS410 completely off the table, just for all like the Element platform in general is just it doesn't bring enough to the table to make it for what I would think makes it a good option. Like I would say get a base camp over it. Uh, you know, it's like there's even times like value wise, it's like the element in the red cat stuff is like, well, might be better off with a red cat, which is a tough one at times to say. Is there a video I can reference to convert my 4 dice into a mud truck? Yes, I did one with the initial launch of it. But yeah, a lot of stuff involves relocation. Yeah. I mean, I had to relocate. I moved from Kansas City to California because toy trucks. I want to be a millionaire in RC. I just don't have $2 million to start out with. Yeah, exactly. But what's the best way to make $1 million racing? Start with 10. Is there anything that's going to replace the 4 dice in the VP catalog? Even if there was and it was coming out tomorrow, I wouldn't tell you today. But I'll just say no. How bad is your fridge burned with RC Portland? I would have no problem walking in there and saying, like, you know what? I've said a lot of bad things, and I meant every single one of them, and I could still improve things here. Sometimes, you know what? I say standing on business. It will come out on a Tuesday. You guys have found the pattern. Actually, if you remember the optic, or was it the optic kit? It might have been the optic kit. It came out on a Thursday, but we did a special live just for it. Take concepts on the other hand. I stand behind what I've said. Robots I didn't mention for one whole video. I need to, you know what? I'm going to finish it, Tyler, because I want it done for when I do the hard park MOA axles. When I do the little ones, I need the bigger ones to be available as well. I need to get these modeled up in CAD soon. That's got to be something I knock out here before too long, because I need to design all the other things that go around these. So many things, so many projects. Yes. Dang, skipped over. Sorry, I can't catch them all. Concepts has good tires. Hey, I say that. I say their compound is solid. They just make silly names, and I question their logic when it comes to allowing those things. And oftentimes the bodies are ugly. But other than that, let's see. I have to admit, I'm a fan of J concepts, just not the names. I agree. I like the tusks work well. Their green compound in general is great. It's a great compound. Just saying. It's you can put it again. I just didn't read it the last time, so it's I might, if I see it, I'll try and read it. You guys don't want to gaming mouse overpowered for CAD work? No, you want something like that. It doesn't have to be a gaming mouse, but it should at least be a mouse with a center scroll, you know, your 2 button, and then having auxiliary buttons like that can be nice if you are used to using them. It's really just more about your preference, but you do want that type of setup. This is a Razer basilisk. I don't know, some sort of lizard. Why is everything named after a lizard? Or wait, no. What is that? Is that a lizard? I feel like it's a lizard. Ugh. That's what it's named. Basilisk. Have you ever tried a Wacom tablet? Yes, I have one, a large one, and I thought I would, it's terrible. It just doesn't work. Hey, Darwin, glad to have you back or again. I think you've been a member before. Logitech MX Max. I do like the Logitech as well. I had ended up going away from the Logitechs. I was running a G14 Logitech for quite some time. That was the one I liked the best. But 3D Connection is better option for. So I ordered one of the 3D Connection mice, whatever, for one of the guys at the shop. I've never used their mouse personally. I don't like I have the Space Navigator mouse thing that they have for like navigating around, and I hate it. Just because I'm constantly having to go over to my keyboard still. Even we also have the one with all of the hotkeys, and I need a full keyboard, and it's not faster for me. I can zoom around faster with my mouse and keyboard than I can with it. Do you use CAD for work? I used to, but not anymore, really. I don't have time to anymore at work. It's more just management and paperwork and all that kind of fun stuff. That's most of my days. So how did the Helamon sell? Seems like I haven't seen many in the wild. I agree, Scott. I also, I don't know. I haven't talked to anybody about it in a little while. I don't know. It's. I guess I'd have to ask. I had heard that there was going to be like a huge delay on shipments from. Like, are they in stock right now? Have you guys? Helamon. Yeah, they're in stock. So the info that I had heard was that they had the batch that came in, and then there wasn't going to be like another one until the end of July or something like that. I have no idea if that changed or anything, or if it didn't, and it just, went from there. It's like, ooh. So if it just didn't sell out or not, but here's how do you for cool things? Do you understand you don't have an answer? Oh no. I mean, I work for Vanquish Products, so I'm full time in the RC industry. So that is where I go every day. That is my actual job, and then I have YouTube on the side, and I've been doing YouTube for a very, very long time, and that has made for, there is income that comes from YouTube. By no means am I saying there's not. Most of the things that like you guys see on YouTube are funded by YouTube because that's how it works. And in all honesty, a lot of stuff for YouTube is free. I get a new Helamon that was free. I have to just do a video on it. Like that's the return for that full time. Yes, Nat. It's a lot. It's a lot of those types of things that you see like that is just comes from that. And then on the other side of things, it's like what you're seeing is also what I do for fun. So like I don't spend money on other things that you don't see because this is what I like. So they're snakes and sparklers. These are the things that I like. So the things that I like, I put on YouTube, and then I am able to get more of those things because I made a YouTube video, and then I can do more. So it's this weird snowball of things. But like, I don't go to the bar. I have a fun car, but I haven't really done anything else to it. Like it's that my car is pretty much stock right now. The car cost me the same as my Gladiator cost me, so it's not more expensive to own, really. It gets way better gas mileage. Uh, it's as far as like my external expenses go, I don't I'm as silly as it looks like I am of a adult, I'm fairly financially responsible, which who'd have thought I'd ever say that? You've obviously used CAD professionally. What did you design? So when I went to, I'm an engineer by trade. I went to school for civil engineering, but when I was in school for civil engineering, I had already self-taught myself CAD by that point. So I never took any CAD classes in college. And then when I graduated, I became a professional civil engineer and I designed traffic related things. So I did pavement markings, traffic signal design, and my biggest thing was like construction phasing. So of massive transportation related projects. So like massive interchange projects, I would figure out how you can build them and still maintain traffic. And that goes all the way down to placing every single barrel that you know, like barrels and cones, like you're putting those in CAD. And I loved that. But that's a way different type of CAD than what you see me do here. Everything you see me do here is just because I love it and that I've taught myself how to do all of that and everything about it. Yeah. Yes. So here is my ridiculous, speaking of ridiculous tractors. I am also a civil engineer. I'm doing a lot of the same things you did. Hey, see, I love traffic engineering. I am a registered professional engineer and a registered professional traffic operations engineer. So my business card, it's like Josh Thede, PE, PTOE. There you go. The tractor is off. God damn right it is. God damn right it is. Analyzer gang. So yeah. Yeah. So where did that just go? I bet California traffic infuriates you. Traffic anywhere infuriates me because no matter where you go, people are idiots. And it really just doesn't matter. Anywhere, anybody driving around you is an idiot. It's just like always. Everybody's an idiot. Not me. I can't be the idiot. It's everybody else. Josh, your titles. It's officially okay. So you can't park here. You can tell he's successful because of all the shiplap. I've driven all over the country, Illinois drivers. I tell you what, Chris, I've driven all over the goddamn country too. And Sacramento really, really rivals just about anywhere I've been. So I'm just the tractor for now. I've ordered a bunch of things for an attachment that will go back here. I'm going to start fabricating that tomorrow, and that will go in the first video for this. So, oh, God. So wait, what happened to the paramotor? You bought a tractor instead? I forgot about the paramotor. I need to look back into that. I need somebody who knows who knows RC paramotors to make sure that I'm in the right direction. That's the problem, is that like the website where the one that I found that was selling them was the worst website I've ever seen. So like it wasn't clear like what exact pieces for everything I needed. I'm like, why can't there just be a complete option here? These things are pretty freaking simple. Just get me a complete one. I still want one. Paramotor on sale, maybe. I mean, Hobby King made them. Oh, I agree. Yeah. Gigawatt. It's so rewarding to be able to design something yourself in CAD. I need an ESC mount, spent 15 minutes in Fusion, then 15 minutes. Duh. That's exactly it. And it's that situation just over and over. And like once you can do it, like RC is a great motivator to learn it. But then like from there, you can like just life skills. You can go do all kinds of things. It's just, I know a lot of people who've learned CAD because of RC and then went and got a full-time job that paid better than their last job and was maybe less hard on their body. Like for me, I was always like, you know, this is like, well, I know that I can't be on my feet all day. If you guys have seen me at an event or seen me walk, you'll know that like I'm not able to be standing all day. I don't like, I physically can't do that. My ankles are trashed, like birth defect. My whole life they've been like that. So I always knew I better find a thing I can do that will let me sit at a desk when I need to. Scott O'Blander, good seeing you. Speaking of traffic, new diverging diamond going in at SR18 and I-90 here in Washington. Ooh, I love a new diverging diamond in an area that hasn't had one yet, just because I love reading like the news story comments. Oh, I'm in a Facebook group called There's No Way That's MUTCD compliant. MUTCD stands for the Manual of Uniform Traffic Control Devices. That's like the handbook for traffic people. That tells you like when to use what sign and how many feet and like what size you need to use, or how long it needs to be for you to close a lane, like what your taper lengths are. Oh, so many good things. But it's a great group because people will share things around. So fun. We talk about instead. I don't need a 3D printer. I got a pocket knife and a chunk of wood handy. You better have a rocking chair on your front porch too, Perry. I haven't played Geoguessr in a while. We are definitely playing Geoguessr at the end of this stream for sure. God, I love Geoguessr. I'm a senior designer for an oil field company with 20 plus years. I can tell young engineers that the quickest way to learn CAD is to model parts, things that interest you. That is the exact truth. Like find something that is your jam and then go from there. Because like I said, I learned this because I wanted to make stuff. Oh, it's absolutely the best thing. I'm just saying. What is up with the weird diamond snake twisting roads in Hayes, Kansas? Ooh, I know Hayes pretty well. But let me double check. Let's go look. Let's look at the maps section and see what's oh, did they put in? Oh, those are just roundabouts. Yeah, that's all those are. They're just a, you know, like kidney roundabout doesn't have to be a circle. It can be the shape of a peanut. Like it's basically just an elongated roundabout. They're good for slowing down traffic though. Work really well. And if well designed, which these, you know, you've got one, let's see, is it just, yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, basically 4 roundabouts in a row. Very nice. I like it. I haven't been in Hayes in a while. Great burgers there. Aardvark Spleen. I learned CAD from RC and 3D printing. I just massive HVAC job making a 3D model of this huge building. See, I had used roundabouts don't need to be round. Absolutely not. So see here, see this? This is one roundabout. That's not 2 roundabouts. That is one roundabout that is just the shape of a peanut. And then you can see up here, Another one here. Now this, you could argue, like, you can't argue this. This is one roundabout. This is another. Another. And then that is one roundabout. So it's a peanut about. Let's see. I had designed one that was similar to that. It was in, let's see. The first diverging diamond I ever worked on was in Blue Springs off Woods Chapel Road, right here. The first roundabout I ever worked, roundabout. Diverging diamond. Traffic comes northbound, crosses over, and then crosses back over if you're going straight through. That was the first one. The last one I worked on was Tiffany Springs and I-29 up here. This had a really interesting, because the off ramp came down and it split. So you could go over here to go through, or you could go into the DDI. See that? You're dirty. It's a nut about. Fun stuff. Fun stuff. Dude, laying out rooms is Cad's best. Oh, laying out room, like, the best way to be able to pick out furniture, see how it's going to fit, lay it out. I'm telling you. So engineers are like construction guys, and they go past everything. Oh, all the time. You know how many times like Nicole and I would be like, hey, we gotta go down here real quick. I gotta take a look at this. The other one I did, Harrisonville, 71 down here. Let's see, where's 71? Oh, it's not 71. It's not now. It's called 49. Screws me up every time. Here, wait, is that, what is this? No, that's a single point. Here, where's Harrisonville? You guys are super involved in this. I know. Now you need to know. Here's the other DDI that I did. This was a good one. This one was weird though, because normally DDIs are good when you don't need to replace the bridge. This one, they decided they wanted to replace the bridge, but still put it. It's very weird. Very weird. So you know why they changed lane direction on overpasses? That is so annoying. There's really good reason for it. Let's go ahead and discuss it, because why not? So the reason that you want to do this is because if you have traffic coming southbound here, they can go on to the interstate here without going through a light, or they can go through one light at the intersection. Then they can come down, and then they have a free left onto the interchange as well. So no matter what, they should only have to go through one light, unless they're trying to go all the way through from this side all the way to. So you only use DDIs when your heaviest movement is onto or coming from the interstate type movement. You don't want to do it when you have a heavy through movement. So here in this little town, everybody's coming and then going on to 49, either going north or south. Nobody's going through. You can see there's hardly anything over there. So that's why you do it. Oops. Yeah. I hate that. I still have to stop at both intersections. Yes, some people will, but the majority of people should be getting onto or coming from the interstate, and therefore it makes it more efficient. Can you please repeat yourself? I absolutely could. I used to be a welder making concession stand trailers for state fairs, and every time I went to the fair, I would always look to see if it came from the place I worked at. Like, I used to get, dude, wouldn't we all do that? Like, oh, I want to see. Like, oh, dude, welders, people who are professional fabricator welders, especially if they're in like millwrights or people like that, you know, people that make I know a guy here. I bring it up because his business, all they make is handrails for generally for ADA compliance, but railings, handrails are everywhere. There's nobody who, like, you're walking somewhere and he's like, welds are shit. Can't believe this is ridiculous. I bet they overpaid for this too. Like, and in one ear and out the other. Didn't remember anything at all of what she said. I do high voltage work, so every time the power goes out, my wires do a better job at work. It just thought we were already playing Geoguessr. Although I think post track is that is, you know what? That's a great traffic engineering is guessing, because it's like human nature, right? You're like trying to decide, like, well, what would a driver expect? What do they do? Like, there is rules. There's certain things you can and cannot do. But beyond that, it's a lot of like, I think that drivers are going to expect this. We should give them, like, it is a lot of guessing compared to a lot of other areas of engineering. Maybe that's why I liked it so much. So mechanics do the same thing. I'm a sign installer. Ready to go. Look, I put those signs up. Oh, God, that's exact. I'll take a detour to drive. Even when we go back to Kansas City, I'm like, oh, let's drive. Let's go drive through real quick. Oh, God. I used to keep a list of every tail number of aircraft that I put on hands on the Air Force. When I got out, I had over 1,500 different tail numbers. I have a Google Earth KMZ file, which has a pin for every engineering project location that I worked on. So like I had a pin and a date roughly of every single one. Like I could pull this back up and like we could just go through and like, I worked on this, worked on this, worked on this. I could go all over the city and states, multiple state, so many things. Josh, did you check out the diamond at WA11 yet? Also, can you please come to Washington and fix this intersection between let me see. WA111 in Washington. Wait. WA111. Wait, where is that? Garland, Texas? That WA111 should be in Washington. I need more information yet. We are really bad at looking at other people's body work and paint work. Do you guys ever, like, there's things that I think back on, especially from my youth, like thinking about Lacey, Washington. Okay, like thinking of jobs that I did when I was younger, and like specifically, like there were some motorcycles and things like that, and just like remembering how I did them. I remember I had to wire one Harley that I was like putting together. It was a hacked together 70s shovel head Harley, and there was nothing in this thing, and I had to sell it to whatever it was, and there was no wiring in the whole bike. And I remember that I only had I had one spool of red wire, so the entire bike, every single wire in it was the same red wire. And I just think back to myself, I'm just like, oh my God. And I remember the guy wanted turn signals, and I didn't have a turn signal module. So I bought an old blinker relay from like the auto parts store. And a Harley usually has like a thing where you click it and it will flash, and then you can push it in the center to cancel it. But how I wired it, you just had to hold it to the left or hold it to the right to make it work. And it just had that old school clicker that I just like jammed between the tanks. You'd hold it. It was just like you could hear this click, 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 click. And I think back on that one specifically. I'm just like, oh my God. Anyway, Lacey, Washington, WA 111. Is that this one here? Is this, what is this? Marvin Road? This is a DDI. Is that's on I-5. I don't see it called, no, they call that 570. But Lacey, Washington, nice little DDI. Anything fun about this one? So the one thing about DDIs that is not ideal is that their pedestrian stuff is kind of tricky. You either have to get pedestrians all to one side and then take them across, or you have to take them into the center and have them walk through, which can complicate things. Taking the seats off of some bikes is scary. The things some people do is nuts. Usually of lights. Oh, LED lights, freaking, everybody wants lights. Got to put them in there. And it's just 12-volt Scotch blocked T connector wire nuts. The amount of wire nuts that I took off of Harleys. Like I soldered everything on every Harley because it was just like they rattle so freaking much that if you don't, they're going to fall apart. So, let's see. Is this a roundabout way or of not talking RC? I mean, not on purpose. This is just how it goes. You know, my dyno was lowered when I got it, so every time I hit a bump, it would rip the tail wiring out. Side question, what's the standard width of a 1.9 beadlock wheel? I would say between 0.8 and 1 inch is pretty standard from bead face to bead face. It's easy to get started. Ooh, can I? It won't let me copy. Oh, wait, I can copy it from here. Copy. I love a dangerous intersection. Ooh. So, standard diamond with a weird little off ramp so that you're not actually teeing in. You have this, which doesn't look terrible. I mean, it's a slight bit of a blind approach. Let's see if we can see what the approach is like. Oof. Sight lines aren't too bad. So when you measure sight lines, usually it's a set distance off of the travel lane back, measured at 2.5 feet up, and then you measure a certain height object a further distance down. So like depending on the crown of a road, that's how you tell. Traffic from left does not stop. That's good to know. George Washington? Washington State, George Washington. That makes sense. I feel like the sign is a bigger problem than anything. Girls Lacrosse, snowlaxgirls.com. I mean, that's not what I would have guessed that website was for if somebody just told it to me. I mean, people are whipping down here, but you got some acceleration distance, so I don't see this as a particularly dangerous intersection. Speaking of Harley, can you explain the intersection in downtown Milwaukee? I'm going to need more information. In Birmingham, Alabama, the main intersection junction of I-65 and 10 was called Malfunction Junction. A few years back, and they made it even worse. Let's see. Oh, I closed the wrong one. Let's see. Let's look at terrible intersections. I love it. This is going to be terrible for engagement. Share screen. And okay, how many levels is this? We got 1, 2, 3. It's only a 3 level, so that's not awful. I've seen worse, but this is definitely funky, especially this. Wow. Woof. Where is this at? What state am I in? Alabama. Birmingham. I've never really driven around Birmingham. Let's see. Only a 3. I mean, like 4 and 5 level is where intersections. Those are the ones where you get into some ridiculous stuff. Just saying. State of lethargy. Yeah, right. I do love Alabama. It's just one. I just like visiting Alabama so much. So the other day, somebody was asking me about some 124 scale stuff, and then I realized that I can't find one of my. Oh my goodness! Never noticed how similar. I noticed these OGRC axles. These are the ones that I've been buying. Is OGRC. I liked the width of them. They're +5s versus +8s. For like these are the Super 8s from Little Guy. And I ordered these new OGRC ones, and I was like, oh, these look way different than my previous ones. My previous ones used like a standard SCX24 style diff cover, but these didn't, and I didn't realize that they basically look very similar, even in color, to the Super 8s from Little Guy. Other than like the C hubs and stuff like that are still quite a bit different, but the I like the width of these. These have been my favorite width, is these OGRCs. So I want to get to work on these, but I've absolutely lost one of my 124 scale cars, and that's been quite the problem. Hey, are you actually doing RC stuff? I'm trying, thinking about it. I always think about it. We need Nicole's input on these traffic issues. She does not care. She does not. And you know what? I don't actually. Ooh, that's probably not true. I was going to say, I don't even bitch about it that much while I'm driving, but that's probably not true. I probably just don't notice it. What are some good budget-friendly SCX24 axles? These axles are actually pretty budget-friendly, these OGRCs. I think these are like 60 or 70 bucks, but they come with universals. So universal shafts in there. They also come with a decently heavy brass knuckle. Come with the servo mount on top, the steering links, all that. Kind of hard to beat that price. I like the universal axles that these have more than the Muse double cardan joint ones. I don't like those. Ooh, trust me, it's worth your time. Google East Longmeadow, Massachusetts rotary. I have the rotary, the L Rotary Club is what it took me to. Oh yeah, these are pretty let's see. Can I go where, oh, is it this one? These are pretty common, especially on the East Coast. I've ran across these a lot up there. It's just old school, conversion of like an old town square into these these ridiculous situations. I've rebuilt or redesigned a handful of these. I did one in St. Louis. I think it was what was it called, something ferry in St. Louis, and it was $60 per axle. No, these were for the pair. I think they were like $68 or something like that for the pair of these things, of these axles. It was cheap. And like I said, the plus fives, I think, is the best width for me, because I also run like those other wheels. So I run the wheels that I've been running or I've designed. So the plus fives with my wheels basically puts this at like a stock width SCX 24, but just way better. Way better than any of that stuff like Tony ever talks about. He doesn't know. Like this guy's like reading Amazon reviews. I'm telling you, you can't trust him. Hello, Mr. CCX. Congratulations on 75K, by the way. And I'm glad to see you out there. We're back out there doing this stuff again. Tony's videos might as well just be the AI voice reading Amazon reviews while there's a little man jumping from train to train collecting coins on the other side of the screen. I feel like you should try that again. You should do that on some of the videos, Tony. It might work. Yeah, you still won't come get your butt whipped to reaction. I just know that I'll show up and these guys will be like, well, our rules technically say that you can't do $77 on Amazon. Yes, that sounds pretty close. Oh. You better not be messing with the King of RC. He'll mess you up. He'll send me a fax. It only took 10 years for people to realize I have no idea what I'm talking about. The rules are on the Facebook page. I feel like it is something I actually want to do. I do want to go. I don't know why. Nobody has ever said, I want to go to Michigan before. But for some reason, I want to go to Michigan. You go play at Reaction. Except like I have to go, like their comps are on like a freaking Tuesday or something. So I have to like take a week off of work to go play freaking toy trucks with these nerds. So have you started a page for Origin owners? I have not. Somebody has. It's Thursday. Okay, so I got to take off Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday for 4-minute courses. You made the fancy tires. You can do that Tinkercad. I have no idea if I can even use Tinkercad. I think I tried once. I don't know if I don't remember how far I got. I'm just like, okay, let's see what this ridiculous web browser ass program is that Tony is trying to draw a pine tree in. And come to Louisiana and get some good food. Oh, what was that? Man, last time I was in Louisiana was like 26. No, I guess I flew into New Orleans when I was visiting my parents in Gulfport. You can't mix my brain like you do anymore. I posted a thing on my story today that was like, when engineers get up into management and don't do any technical work anymore. It's a scene from like, I don't know, Good Will Hunting or something like that. Just what's up, Robbie? Glad to see you here. Hope you're doing well. Tinker is okay, but is really, really like stuff up when you don't have accuracy. Oh, I wonder if I can. Oops. Can I Tinkercad? Matt, can you end this stream? I need some help in Carpenter stuff. Listen, Matt, we have it's 8 o'clock now. I need to do a little bit of geoguessing before this is over. So I was gonna try and do some 3D Tinkercad live, but we obviously don't have time for that. So instead, I've got to do some Geoguessr before we end this stream. So I'll probably do 30 minutes of that first. And I apologize to all of you who absolutely have joined this stream thinking that, wait, where's that? This one. Matt, has Matt crashed the CNC? Matt, could you chime in on whether or not you've crashed the CNC yet, please? Please, no, Matt, before you leave, please answer the man's question. Matt has a new Carvera. So let me tell you, only one time Matt buried a bit. Shut it off. It's like fault, can't. It was actually the only reason that I know that it has safeties as far as overloads and all that. So I was like, oh, wow, that's good to know. Okay. So we're now, again, before talking about Matt's stuff, I was discussing the fact that, can I, yes, maximize. There we go. We were talking about something. Oh, I was apologizing, saying for any of you who thought that I talked about RC more, I should have. I apologize. But it's been a long time since I've done a live stream, and yeah. Enhance. Let's see. Speaking of CNC, I really want to hoon lever with my cancer on it from out. Let's see, man. That's pretty. That's a lot of work. That's a lot of letters. You know how hard it was for me. It might not be impossible, but it's also pretty hard. Not impossible though. Not impossible. Okay. So classic maps, United States. We're staying in the United States. We're going to do no move. That keeps it simple. So we can spin around. We just can't go up or down the road. Wait, we're supposed to talk about our season here. So no time limit. This is a play along. So if you would like, you can use this code. And when you're on Geoguessr, and you'll be playing the same maps as me. If you don't want to, if you're, watching a live stream of it, it's pretty easy to cheat. But if you feel like doing it without, go for it. That needs Carvana for the fact that Tony's maybe auto-corrected to that makes me question a lot. Right. That's what he meant. Okay, so we're plopped down here in is this the Northeast? Or is it Atlanta? It's always Atlanta. Atlanta is always the right option. Is that a willow tree just behind the house? That does make me think of the Southeast. I don't see... I see no hints. I see no sports flags, phone numbers. This one is very difficult. Oof. I don't like anything about this. GMT 400 is banging. Yeah. I mean, hey, actually, looking at the age of this truck, there is no rust. So that makes me think the Southeast more so. It does not make me think Midwest or Northeast, which is kind of where I was also thinking. So I'm gonna go further south. It's trash day, yeah. We're gonna say Savannah. North Carolina. Wasn't that not too bad. Not too bad. I'll take it. Brick houses. You know it's not near Buck Dandy if that's south. My trust. Exactly. That was why I was thinking can't be up north. Oh my goodness. Where is this? So we've got no overhead power. Oh, we have some mountains. I don't recognize the license plate colors. We have a lot of natural landscaping, making me think Colorado. New Mexico. No, too much green to be New Mexico. The grass doesn't look well. So Wakefield Way, Nellis. I mean, that's the thing. Like, if you wanted to, you could just Google these street names and then you find it, right? Vegas. No, it's too dry. It's too green. Too much grass, and those mountains are too green as well to be Vegas. I'm thinking north side of Denver. Guessing. Let's say let's say Loveland. Salt Lake, other side of the mountains. I should have checked which way the mountains were. The mountains would have been on the east versus the west. That was dumb. That was my fault. It's Josh's neighborhood. Yeah. This looks Florida-esque. Oh my God, look at that painted chevron median. That is the worst. So the chevron's painted to divert traffic, but then look at this. Oh, that is the worst striping. Like, their idea was people coming this direction that were looking, and these like diverting them that way. Ugh. Whoever thought that's ridiculous. Ridiculous. All right, we have a one-way. Why would they put a one-way there? Ooh, we do have edge rumble strips spaced. That looks, Missouri does that. Mile 8. I can't see. Produce. Junction 19. Okay, so we're going into a divided section. That's why they did the stop sign, but that's a terrible placement. Man, this kind of looks like Illinois to me. Anything on the roads that, well, they've got raised pavement markers, which is not common in snow plowable states. So I'm going to say further south. Even I don't think you'd see these markers like this if it was, northern states. It's just not that they don't do them ever, but they're just not as common just because they get obliterated. So I'm going to say more like Florida-esque, but grass doesn't look like Florida. It's not Florida. I just got nothing else to go on. I'm going to say, God. I'm going to say up near Chattanooga. Not terrible. Leesburg. That was Leesburg? I've spent so much time in Leesburg. No way. Let's see. Alabama. Let's see. Ooh, this is Hawaii for sure, right? Now it's just a matter of what island we're talking about. But clearly, is there anything to go on? Can we see which direction the ocean is? I'm going to guess that way to the, what direction are we looking? South, southwest. It looks to be the downhill direction. This looks, how do the houses look? Nice-ish. Yeah, so it's not Big Island, right? It's, I'm going to say Honolulu. Up here. Nope. It was the other, a different island. What one is it? Kauai. Damn it. Yep. How's the forestry? Rainforest looking? I know, but like if you can tell if it's directly to the west, you know you're going to be on that side of an island. And then if you look at the populated areas, oftentimes that will tell you, you know, which way you can look. Just saying. That a mail truck. Oh man. All right, we got an Ultima here. How's the paint on this Ultima? Doesn't look. Oh, there we go. Look at the bumper. There we go. Ooh, yeah, shopping cart, some trash. Blue and white. Is that Indiana? Doesn't look like Indiana streets to me. This looks like Pennsylvania streets, but they're white and blue, right? Sorry for any of you Pennsylvanians, but this is what I think of when I think of Pennsylvania. Ooh. God. Ooh, look at them trees. This is that looks east. Was that a Saturn? Wait, where? Is that a Saturn? Is that like a, I can't tell. It is a Saturn. That's a nice one. Man, this still feels east northeast to me. Tiny, close together, brick houses. Man, this still feels Pennsylvania to me. We got to be in that area, right? So if it ain't PA, ooh, where's got to be Jersey, right? Trenton, Chicago. God. Well, I still barely won that round with between the other four players, only barely, but Need an Aztec. Chirac. New Jersey is bright yellow. Yeah. It was in the hood somewhere. Holy shit, I got one right. Ugly ass plates. All right. Start it. I'm going to start another one. We're starting. What time is it? We have another 15 minutes of this high quality, ridiculous content. Oof. This is nice. But again, I've got, this looks like where Home Alone was filmed, which is Illinois, right? That's where it was filmed. I mean, this, I can't go to Illinois. It can't be Illinois twice, can it? In a row? Like, I can't see any license plates worth a damn. I don't know where this is, but I want to go there. Trees are all cleaned off, but the grass is still green. That's a tough one. No brown grass in the winter. It's got to be a little bit further south than right. Lots of pine still. So I'm going to say Richmond. Could be a little bit further south. Fayetteville, North Carolina. New York, New York State. Man, green grass still. That one surprised me. God, dang, this has got to be California. Ooh, maybe not. Yeah, no, this is California for sure. Sport model Accord with the factory 19s. Man, sitting on the street. It's destined to be stolen. Okay, so they're really good at leaf collection. That's what I'm saying. I was so shocked. Ford Ranger. Yep. Ford Ranger down there at Tahoe. What's the only thing that makes me feel like this is less California is because the amount of older cars, which California just does not have that many of because of our freaking ridiculous emissions and smog. Is that a Bowflex outside? What is that? Just a heavy bag mount? 316 and a half, 314 and a half. That's got to be a bitch of an address to give to somebody. Expedition. This almost feels like Louisiana. No, it's not Louisiana, is it? All right, I'm just staying. This is California. We're going to go LA Basin or let's go further south, kind of Anaheim. Or we go all the way down to San Diego, El Cajon. Oh, it was LA. Should have known. Where's this at? Yeah, I should have just stuck with LA. That's always the, oh God. This is Florida. sandy, ridiculous. I can see the fire ants from here. I mean, talk about nothing to go off of, right? So we're going to be, let's say, there's Tampa, Lakeland. We're going to go Plant City. And it is going to be right there. Hey, I wasn't that far off. 72 miles. Definitely not my best showings today. United Methodist. Okay, that tells us something. It's not Baptist, so it's probably a little bit further north. Got some nice culverts going on here. Some nice barns, I'll tell you that. Mustang Creek Road, Exploration Project, Cherokee Nation. Okay, so this Oklahoma. Yeah. I mean, it doesn't scream Oklahoma, but let's go Eastern Oklahoma. Yeah, see, Cherokee Nation right there. Let's just drop her right there. There we go. 13 miles. Not bad. Not bad at all. See, I dropped it here. Here's Disney, Oklahoma. Grand Lake of the Cherokees right above it. So, so I'll take 13 miles. That one is pretty decent. That's a good guess. Yeah, the details. This looks like where they film every episode of SVU. Victoria Benson walking around back here, some park, trying to catch some. Pennsylvania. Damn, look at that school. That's a stadium back there. So we're big city. Ooh, yellow and black. Is that New York? Frank Principe Park. I mean, I'm not going to be able to find a park unless I find stadiums. So we got a lot of yellow and black. Isn't that New York? I mean, I've so little New York experience. I should hedge my bet and go a little bit more. But you know it's going to, we're just going up here. Buffalo area? I mean, Syracuse, Buffalo. I saw a maple leaf, which did make me feel like I should be closer to the border. Let's go Buffalo. Let's go with some cheeks. What's this say? Cheek toga. God damn it, it was New York City. Should have gone with fine. It's Queens. I know that park. Oh my God. All right, I'm doing one more speed round though, because I'm gonna cut this off about 8:30, which gives me about 5 minutes. TAC 1C. That's odd. Fort Dock. What in the? So just so you guys know, they're called the balls: red ball, yellow ball, green ball. These are typically this top one here and this yellow one. Those are both a 12-inch light, and then this bottom one, which looks a little bit smaller, is probably if they're not all 12s, the bottom one's an 8, but typically each one of those is 12 inches. And that whole assembly as a total is 48 inches tall, in case you wondered. Stop traffic signals are much bigger than they would appear to most people. Oh, so we have old bike lanes. That's not super common. This weirdest looking balls I've ever seen. Fort Dixon, New Jersey. I mean, it does look like a fort with this and this setup. Like, it does look in these signs. I don't know where that is, though. Harbor, usually would think. Let's see. Lacey Township. I don't know where this place would be. Yeah, like agreed. I definitely. Okay, I don't know. I'm just gonna take a general stab in an area, I guess. Let's see. Anything? I said it was going to be a speed round, and it's definitely not becoming that, right? It's such a weird shaped state, too. Okay, we're just going by the coast a little bit. More north. Up here? Not too far. 37 miles. I'll take it. West of Jackson. I didn't see any of these places. Dang it. But thank you for that tip. Okay, this looks like a Dakota. One north, Stort, 1994. Rifle Range Drive. Man, this definitely feels like a Dakota. I don't think I've ever had a Dakota. Not that I'm saying I'm correct. Could be Mariner Construction. That makes me not feel like a Dakota. Dang it. Yikes. This well, this is giving me the hardest freaking ones of these. Mariner, though. Gotta be Alaska. It freaking snows in more places than just Alaska. But I'm not saying you're wrong. Like in Mariner, there's a lot of Mariners in Alaska. I've never had an Alaska on Geoguessr ever. Oof. That would be a ballsy guess if true. Look at all the indoor storage. Alaska. All right, we're gonna do it. I'm just gonna go Anchorage because that's a city that they have. Oh, I couldn't have been more wrong. 2,100 miles away. Hey, look at Continental Lake guy. It was freaking a Dakota. It was Bismarck, North Dakota. God damn it, I should have gone with my gut. I knew it. That was my gut, a Dakota. Never listening to you guys again. Ooh, look at that roof. Must be like a quadplex. No, is that a single family? That's an interesting residence. Okay. Ooh, interesting house, blocked out. Nice Merc. Like this looks. The grass looks like vaguely like almost Floridian, like, but then it's got, I'm gonna say northern Florida. Tall timbers and peach tree. Okay, we're gonna say Georgia. Let's say Macon, Georgia. Nolens. It definitely. Oh yeah. Roundabout with a tree right in the middle. McGill. Well, that's Fremont. It's that symbol on the left there. I was thinking it looked at first like Montana symbol, but then it could be like a Seminole. Is there anything else that says? I mean, the trees obviously say Florida. Oof, that yield sign is way smaller than it should be. That is an undersized yield sign for this type of roundabout. That is a very it's a bronc buster. That's what I was thinking too, but I was thinking more like the Florida State Seminoles, like it's got the Seminole Indian on the back of the horse. That's what it looks like. That way you can't drive through the center roundabout. Good idea. Wyoming. That was my first thought when I saw that. But then when I turned around and I saw freaking palm trees everywhere, I was like, not Wyoming. And that's why I was thinking Seminoles. I mean, these houses, it doesn't say. I'm saying Tallahassee. Yeah. Fresno. That did not look like Fresno to me. Texas. You were wrong too. You were half as wrong as us, but yeah. What? What? Nasty is more like it. Nobody calls it that. No. Way wrong. It was I was as wrong as I was with freaking Alaska. Dude, this has been the hardest day of geoguessing I've ever had. by far. This plant here is throwing me off hard. It's just, check out the side of the trash can. I can't, they're so far away. There's just no, I can't get any detail on them. Like, looks like a tea kettle, teapot, tea kettle. Captain Knots, Captain Tying Knots. Yikes. No sports flags, no license plates, just bad landscaping and old overhead electric. Dude, this is awful. Never seen a road just on the side of a pole like that. For a street name sign? I feel like I've seen that quite a bit. Big cactus in that yard to the left. I do not see a cactus. I'm not saying you're wrong. But this does not feel like an arid cactus. Oh, that cactus. There's a sign on this pole. He's saying that because the name is Thera. I've seen these in the Midwest. That doesn't, I mean, this could be Missouri all day. The amount of brick, though, makes me feel like that's not correct. Yeah. Again, I got nothing. I'm going to say Indiana, Muncie, Charlotte. Getting wrecked. That was, see, my best score. I'm up here. This garbage today. Hot garbage. Redonkulous. Okay. I feel like I've successfully made for one of my most ridiculous streams to date. I appreciate you all. It's been a long time. I should probably get back to doing some streams that have like some actual RC here and there. But the good news is that my stream was stable this entire time, which was great. So that was, I was pretty ready to not do a stream or need to cut it off if anything was shit. So yeah. Anyway, that's going to do it for the evening. Appreciate you guys. Thanks for hanging around for a completely off topic, absolutely pointless stream. It was fun. I'm going to go, yeah, kick around tonight. So I got nothing else. And I'll see you guys with some more videos this weekend, especially on the like member side. I'll see videos early while I get ready for production stuff. So later, everybody.